Complacency perfectly describes the mood that we have seen, even anecdotally from speaking to a lot of the corporates on the ground around the world, on the risk that protectionism poses for 2018. In a few weeks' time, we're going to have the conclusion of a fifth round of NAFTA renegotiations in Montreal. There's a deadline on March to have completely renegotiated, and there is a high probability, we put it around 30%, that NAFTA collapses. Now, that is not our house view. Our house view that the deal will sort of remain with some cosmetic, if you like, changes, but a 30% chance or risk that NAFTA collapses in a few weeks' time, I think is quite pertinent. And the reason it's so high is because it's one of the few decisions that the White House, specifically President Trump, can take unilaterally and therefore becomes highly unpredictable. We have been talking with a lot of our clients, in industry around the world. We've been going through the analyst research questions, during the investor presentations. It just hasn't been picked up as a risk that corporates are looking at in the food and drink industry, which we think is highly at the forefront to be impacted by changes in the status quo of global trade, in autos, steel, metals. It just hasn't been so much pinpointed. And for me, or at least for us, what that says is that while other risks such as the Italian election, geopolitical risk, Middle East, oil prices have been very well narrated and therefore have been factored in, a tweet from President Trump saying that, I'm calling the end of NAFTA, that can actually come as such a big shock. It can send shockwaves. And as James, you mentioned, the State of the Union, we might be looking at some, heightened action against China. Even that, I think, can reverberate back negatively towards a NAFTA negotiation because it sort of sets a new, it escalates the rhetoric and actually starts seeing action. So that's one that we're watching at very closely at the moment.